Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And then anybody who's running short is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griffin.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us.
Guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Jar, CT, yellow.
Okay, go to Charlie, see if we can get it there. To your left, there's a. Sorry, shoot.
So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire are strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have three mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over. Overheating is bad. Both lights on the Griffin. Get the Griffin.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie. Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung, Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line. C4 Tactical Hill, boys. Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right. Charlie on the left. Charlie, a Hellbringer on the left. Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out. Check yourselves. Make sure you've got, UAV cool shot. Hey, here they come. They're pushing hard, guys.
Decro. Tez on.
No. Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3. Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin. Well, you cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the f***ing arm, Jackson. Go. Echo, go. Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Between the two D20 Pirates and the Redbacks, formerly Black Widow Company. Now, both of these teams have had a little friendly rivalry going across the competitive scene. 2D20 is coming in at the top of their division with 2 wins, no losses, while the Redbacks are coming into this in 4th with 2 losses, no wins. But against each other across multiple tournaments, they're actually very close, coming in at 6-7 in 2D20's favor. So what are we going to see tonight? Will the Redbacks envenomate those scurvy Pirates, or will 2D20 roll that advantage natty against the Red Spooters? We'll find out soon. I'm Ivor, and with me is the leader of DPS, infamous Lermer, and Thy Potato Pope, level with the fresh dew, which you can see
in-game chat
I
this
know.
whole time you're doing the intro.
Yeah, right?
Good.
These two teams are very friendly with each other, and it's a delight to see. So let's go ahead. I'll get that timer started.
BW's, that's going to be hard because they just recently changed the name. The Redbacks, the 2D20 is the favorite, but
Yeah. And actually, oh well, Team 2 is locked. We're not gonna get we're not gonna get to the strat. These guys are on the ball. Let's go ahead and launch this Far Classic Conquest.
We had all this material planned for dead air time while we waited on these two teams, taking 5 minutes to get ready, and all that's out the window. All that pre-planning.
I know, they're just like, hey, we're ready to. They're just like, yeah, here's everything that you asked for, like immediately. I was like, wow, I didn't even have to prompt you guys for anything. So these guys are great. All right, so I'm sitting over here with 2D20. I've got Yuntao and a Direwolf. Charlie, so that's our gas rifle, ER large. I've got a night gear, a couple night gears, a stalker, storm crew with small pulse and SRMs. That one's an interesting. An Arctic Wolf 2, that better be SRMs. And some micro lasers, a mist links, and a fire starter. Now, are we small pulse? We are small pulse fire starter. What do we got over there?
On the other side, we got Yorska and Hotshot and a couple of Anti-2As. I'll have to double check the build here in a second. We got 2 Jaeger mechs also, a Vulcan Commando, a Centurion AH, and a Spider 5D. I believe the 5D is the Cap Spider, correct?
No, 5V, Victor.
5V is the Cap Spider. Okay, so
5D, what are you running on that thing? Is that the light that might be the light peep one, actually, and I think I see them. Yes, 3 light peeps. Yep.
A bit of skirmishing happening at Kappa right now. It's 2v3. Just the Spider Commando versus Firestarter and an Arctic Wolf and stuff.
It managed to keep it
BW
neutral,
has
though.
all their bigs stacked here on the left side. Are they going in for a DACA push? Because
oh, are they heading into the tunnel? Is that tunnel? Not really.
The Andes are AC5s. The Jaeger mechs are also AC5s. So I think they're just going to get real aggressive here on the left side of the map and use their mass amount of DPS. But to do that, they got to stop trading at these extreme ranges because they do not have the range to fight blue lasers. And Yorska, I think, just lost a side torso. Yep, he just got halved. Yorska's already, that Annie is already half of a mech.
And that's tough. You can't, if you're prepping for a brawl, you can't be taking shots. You cannot be losing armor like that. It just really upsets your push. Now, we do have some traders over here. We've got the, Centurion and a Vulcan over here on the water side. So that'll be, excuse me.
Yeah, I haven't checked out what's on the Centurion yet, but he looks like he's fighting at range. Yeah, he's an Ultra 20 in SRMs.
Oh, so he's just taking shots.
Yeah, he's taking shots, but I don't think he's doing any damage at those ranges.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean like receiving shots.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here. 2D20. Scooting over here towards tunnel. Is this our tunnel action?
I like a good tunnel push. I remember the best players in the game used to be like, that's tunnel pushes are stupid. Who's laughing now, guys?
I mean,
how many successful Testiclops in the Spider just ate a lot of damage. He's legged and his left leg is open.
Oh, so no, not legged. That's rough.
That Spider. Oh, and it's too late.
Yep, cannot. That is there's no hold once battle started and there's stickers on.
Yunto is eating a lot of AC5s. He pushed up to the boat, which put himself in that AC5 range, so I don't think that was the smartest move to do there. Because he went from a super fresh mech to about 67%. It's all spread damage. He's hurt everywhere.
Yep,
So he's not opened anywhere
Spider's
yet.
still getting shots though, so missing some armor, maybe missing a leg, but definitely not out of this fight. And that's the tough thing. If you've got a legged mech, depending on where they are, they can absolutely be out of the fight, but not necessarily, especially with those light peeps. Checking these trade. A shift that way by the Redbacks.
Yeah.
Or conveniently the red team, from our point of view, so that's useful.
Now, Bakey the Vulcan is also pretty damaged at this point.
Yeah, what is Bakey doing out here? Is this a large laser Vulcan, or is it just the pulse? It's just the pulse.
It's just pulse. I think he's trying to get angles on the Direwolf and Misleaks, but because that side torso is open, I think he's just playing a little too passively back there. Because this Misleaks, he looks pretty messed up. I'm taking a look at him. Yeah, he's court CT. He just needs one good alpha to the CT and he's dead.
Oh, okay.
And then he might be able to roll on this Direwolf, whose right leg one touch.
Somehow still yellow. Oh, that's our Direwolf, so we talked about that. Just like one touch.
Yonto's team still has a perfectly fresh Scarecrow.
Stormcrow. Close.
With a this match is 2D20 has popped 7 or 8 UAVs this match. And I don't think I've seen a single one pop by Redback. Maybe they popped one near Kappa early in the match, but I haven't seen one since.
Yeah, and it's that scouting data. I think Hotshot's got that corner pretty well covered. And I think I saw some PPCs coming from somewhere too.
I will say the both teams are spread out across the map, which is nice.
Redbacks are going to have to make a move.
Full amateur hour today. These guys are actually playing. Misleaks.
Misleaks is down. Redbacks have to make a move now. We're almost at 700 ticks here. So they.
Can the Centurion dunk on the Arctic Cheetah?
Oh, absolutely. At this point, looking at that, 100%, especially with commando support. But Tear in the Firestarter coming in behind, looking to mess things up. They need caps, boys. It's over in 4 seconds.
Don't ever forget your overlives in the light back,
It's done.
boys.
Caps are down. That's it. Well played, both teams. 750 to 549.
They came on caps. Redback hurt they got hurt with Yorshka discoing.
Yep.
Yeah, Yorshka got discoed shortly after his losing half his mech, and then he went around a corner, and then his mech came to a stop. So that had to hurt them. I was hoping that as long as that match was, Yorshka would have came back online, but that didn't happen either.
Yep.
And that Direwolf 705, he got he didn't have a lot of health, but he definitely kept his mech alive and just kept outputting the damage. TD20, both Night Gears did a hell of a job with over 500 damage each. Falcon 2B1 with his Jaeger mech 535, Hot Shot in the Annie 2A with 606.
What's going on with that we knew. And I'm going to go ahead and start the Team 1 timer here.
All right. And then while we're looking at the map room, we're looking at the old map, right?
Yeah, we need to switch that over to Bog. There you go.
Yeah, because these guys aren't going to give us time to do a breakdown of the last drop. They're just we're barely going to get time to just guesstimate the next one. What we've seen in almost every division, to some extent, with the Bog domination, is get my good correct. Some high ground areas. We've seen that, something like that. And then blue side usually takes long range mechs. For a whole push here in this in circle. Delta 5 is a nice good high ground where Team 1 guys can get quick mechs over here. Teams do it here too. A couple AC5 Andes here with the range could have enough firepower to do the dance at range. About 700 meters. Anything over.
Ready to go. Something I do want to highlight here, because I think it's amazing, and it is reflective of the communications in the actual match ticket and some of that background stuff. But here we got, like, that is awesome. Too bad about the disco. It's good, you guys did great locking it down. These two teams, and when I say friendly rivalry, I really want to emphasize that friendly. These two teams are so supportive and such good sports with each other. I can't tell you how much of a delight it has been to see these two team leaders and these two teams interact with each other, even in the middle of the game. It's honestly, this is reflective of the best parts of the community, and it's so good to see. And Team 2 is locked. Let's go. Here we go. Some Viridian Bog action.
Some friendly life advice for people, because I'm just realizing it's super noticeable. Don't fall asleep on your fist. You know, like face down. Look at this. So noticeable.
That's okay. We'll make your camera a little bit smaller because we're going into the match overlay now, so they're fine.
Still look greasy. It's still hot. Per comments to the last cast.
All right, let's see here. We've got Yuntao in a Kodiak. Let's see what we opted for on that. 4 LB10s, and we've got ourselves an Exy with all the lasers. We got Timberwolf here as well with that regular laser vomit and a nice old Brawl Onion over here.
That's
a
a push.
Shard.
That's a push.
Well, it might be. We got a couple Arctic Cheetah Shards. Yep. A triple Peep Beagle. And
I have to see something real quick before I go over these mechs over here. Okay, that Highlander is Peeps. We got a Spider 5D, Night Gear D, Panther, Katana Cat, Shadow Cat B, Night Gear D, Shadow Cat 2K, Shadowhawk. Yeah, that's a Shadowhawk. Highlander 2CA with 4 Peeps and Direwolf B variant, which I gotta see what he's running on his. What do you got over here? Is that DACA? That is 6 AC5s, 9 ER micro lasers.
on which
the
mech
guy's
was
ready
that?
for. That was the
Direwolf?
Direwolf.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Ready for everything.
Yeah. Just receive whatever Team 2 is planning on doing here.
Yeah, and we got
Receive it.
Tessa sitting here in the middle, just keeping an eye out for, well, anything, and probably not seeing much with some of that vegetation.
Shout out to Molaki for having one of the coolest Panther KK paint jobs.
All right, well, we got to go
Well done.
find that. All right, Molokai, what do you got? Doop, doop, doop. Yo, look
looks like a
at this
samurai.
thing. That's awesome. As I miss out on some light peep training over here, checking out that paint job.
It's fine. Paint job was worth it.
I mean, it was. It is a really good Katana Cat paint job. That one's tough to make look cool with that pattern. It's such a good pattern, but just so limited in customizing. All right, Hotshot trading over here with the Veagle a little bit, taking some PPC shots. Ooh, that Veagle getting hit hard.
I will say a little bit interesting. Yunto's team, they're giving up map control. They literally have just 5 mechs sitting behind the Delta 5 rock, doing nothing.
Well, listen, they're ready for it, and they don't have to do anything. They've got the time lead here.
Oh, Indigo Man just.
Oh,
Yeah, he's almost halved.
yeah, it took
he's
some
got to
shots
lose
from the
2 peeps.
Direwolf and the Highlander, and then from the
Here we
Spider
go.
and the Katana Cat.
Push
Here's that
incoming.
push. Kintaro leading the way. That's going to be tough. That's going to string out the push. Jay's got to slow
Yeah,
it
because
down.
he's faster.
Yep.
His side torso is already open. He's about to be half a mech.
Oh yeah, Tear's coming in here with the Shard, trying to take out that sweet paint job.
The Orion, Kodiak, they're kind of stepping on each other's toes. Direwolf B getting some shots off. The Guitaro 18 still alive, surprisingly. He's not pushing forward anymore. The Executioner is now taking the lead.
Yep. And
Malaki and the Panther goes down.
yep, Molokai getting jumped by those Shards. Spreading the damage around on this push. I gotta say, oop, there goes High Roller.
Team 2 needs to spread out a little bit better. They're letting themselves get just picked off one at a time.
Yep. Yep, and the armor sharing on 2D20 is going actually very well. There goes
Yeah.
Slane. Slane down. Bakey in the Shadowhawk next on the hit list. Legged, I imagine. Yep,
I
and
think
dead.
he was.
Hotshot and the Direwolf. How you fare? Oh, that's going to be one shot from the Kodiaks.
Wayo is in the backfield behind the enemy team, but he just doesn't have enough DPS to finish off any mechs from back there, unfortunately.
If you can take Indigo Man out, that starts them counting. But I don't think that's going to be enough to make a difference here with this push. Wow, well executed 2D20. Yorkshire going down the Highlander.
Yeah, he held out as long as he could with being surrounded by 4 mechs.
Oh yeah.
Looking at the damages here, Dactar 18 not as damaged as I thought. He was halved, but he's red because he got face shot.
Oh really?
His head's one touch. Yeah, his head's one touch.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, it's just yeah. Ooh, Testiclops going down, and then it's just Wayo in here who continues to blink away. Maybe gonna pick out Shay's. I'm sorry, yeah, Shay's CT open. I don't think he's gonna be able to get Plato halved, but still a lot of armor
there, unfortunately.
Yep, but they did take the time. If Wei Owen can maintain the time for the next 10 minutes and 20 seconds,
no.
which would be the sweatiest thing I've ever seen.
I tried.
You
tried
did?
That,
oh, it was great.
I managed 2.5 minutes. Not quite 10.
Which is longer than we see of most people. It was great. Yeah, Wei Owen just trying to hold on here. I don't think it's going to be enough.
I think he got laid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got laid. It's over. One thing I will say about Redbacks on this one is the whole strat they did wasn't terrible, but letting the enemy team pick off, get behind that rock and pick off the two mechs almost unmolested by the rest of the team, that hurt them. My team, we've run that same mistake in the past too, having our heavies get picked off early in a push like that. So I feel for them. They just need more practice at receiving those pushes. Then once you get it down, it just gets better and better and better. Next thing you know, you can receive pushes from KDCM. That's right. Calling you out.
Level talking wisdom to the masses. How does one beat KDCM? On the other hand, we do have a comment here that your haircut may be worth 10% speed quirk. So there is that.
Nice. All
right, we are back to, I don't know if you want to comment on the scores there.
Yunto and the Kodiak, 653 damage. The Articheetah, both Articheetahs did pretty good, 467 and 261. 2d20, just high damage numbers all around, except for the Executioner and Virago. They didn't get a lot of damage. And then the Redbacks, I keep wanting to say their old name. Their damage numbers weren't terrible either. You got, I think it was Yorshka, and managed to pull off 513 damage with those 4 ER peeps before finally getting picked off. And then other than that, the damage numbers are, across the board, not too bad. Malaki and the Katana Cat, maybe we jinxed him, but he got picked off pretty early from his little hiding spot.
Yeah, those shards just went after him. I'm going to switch this over to the map room here. Over to Rubelite Oasis Conquest on this one.
Hi. I'm looking at the chat. My forehead isn't huge. It just looks huge. When I buzzed my hair short, I went too short.
Listen, I love how they're commenting on your forehead when, I got this whole thing going on up here.
Well, you're all forehead.
Listen, you. All right. Let's talk Ruby for a bit.
All right. Get that pulled up real quick.
Yeah, you might want to tip your camera down. I think Kira might have a little point there. But yeah, I'll talk Ruby while we're going. Oh, Team 1 is locked. All right, I'm going to start the timer for Team 2 then.
All right. Well,
talk fast.
Yeah. So, Rubelite, let's draw this quick. Team 2 is going to take high ground spots like this, unless it's a brawl push. Team 1 is going to be like, blip, blip, and then blip. And then we're going to watch the lights fight over Kappa and Theta mainly. We might see someone go for Epsies. We might not see anyone go for Epsies. Who knows? But this area is where all the fighting is going to happen. Any questions?
Yeah, in the Div A match that I casted right before this, we saw all the fighting over Epsi. So I want to, let's keep a toe in that door. I'm gonna head over to the lobby screen because I think that's pretty much it, and you can see the map strat anyway. Pardon me a moment, folks. There's a sneeze that may or may not be coming. Who knows?
Is it a manly sneeze or one of those like girly sneezes?
I don't even know because it decided to go run away into the ether. But yeah, anyway, Team 2 is locked. We're ready to go. Conquest Rubelite 2d20 versus the Redbacks.
Redbacks, I'm sorry. Redbacks does not come off the tongue easy. Need a name change.
They just did a name change. No, I think it's a perfectly fine name. And for those of you wondering, when did that happen? I didn't see that. It happened, I don't know, like 2 hours ago. So, you haven't actually missed it.
24 hours.
Yeah, for sure. Check, because I always forget which team spawns where here.
Now,
all right.
Oh, okay. There is a top to Rubelite, or Yeah.
Wait, what?
The big giant walls on the map.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
didn't know if
gotcha.
they had tops.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Coming in. The music starts. Let's see. We're looking at who's over here. We've got a Kodiak 3 again over here for 2D20. Probably the same no, 4 Gauss rifles. That's the quad Gauss. We got a Veagle, a Night Gear, and an Any-1P with those lasers. Timberwolf C. I always like to check out these Viper builds. These are 8 heavies, 3 small pulse, and we've got 2 capping incubuses. So I'm gonna go sit in the middle, roll through all the terrain, and I'll let you talk about the other side.
So the other team looks very samey. We got 2 Vipers, Direwolf B, Annihilator 1P. I believe that's all their annies. We got a Jenner Firefly FY. I think that's what it's called, the FY variant. Mistlinks G, Revenant 2C. Looks like, and a linebacker. I gotta see what's on this linebacker. They could be going for a 5-man wolf pack today on this match. Or they could be trading. We've seen yes, that's definitely missiles. I can just see it. So yeah, they got a 5-man wolf pack to try to control these caps tonight.
Also, level, I'd like to point out, that's the Fury, Jenner 2C Fury, not the Firefly.
Did I call it Firefly?
Yeah, you did. Anyway, we've got these incubuses who teamed up to full cap Kappa real quick. So that's a plus 60%. And there were 2 of them. That's actually some good return there. And they're coming to join the rest for a fight over Theta, it looks like. Let's see.
Yeah,
now,
Team 2 got 4 there.
Yep. Now the Redbacks are using this hill. Now this hill is actually really useful. I'm going to actually tuck in this corner here to show folks. This corner right here, for most trading positions, you are covered. So they're making great use of the lopsidedness of this hill and the point here. But 2D20 is getting some of those traders up with Overwatch. So we'll see how that develops.
Milwaukee gave his back to, I think, Yuntao in his PPC Vapor Eagle and lost half his mech already.
No, he's down.
Yeah,
half his
he's
mech?
already down. Yep.
Wow.
He took a side torso back shot that blew out his side torso.
And he is making an end run by himself for some reason, and is going to get ganked by, about 70 tons more than he's got.
Yeah, he's about to get picked. He's unfortunately about to get picked.
Not? Oh, nope, there's the leg. There's the pick. Yep. Let's see what else we got going on here. We've got our 2 traders back here, our Quad Gauss Kodiak.
Look at your mini-map. Again, Yuntao's team, 4 UAVs in the center. Redback, still no UAVs to be seen.
Yeah, and that makes a huge difference. That is something that I learned relatively recently in my MWO career. UAVs, very important. That being said, eye scouting, even more important. That's what I'm learning this season.
Hotshot and his Direwolf is already pretty hurt. Taking a look. He does have the 6AC5 build, but he's playing from this extreme range position, so I don't think he's been getting any good trades in across the way because the other 2 mechs that were trading against him, super fresh, unfortunately. Tayer and his Annie now trading against the other Annie, and the Kodiak. I'm not sure what's on the Kodiak. It's a 4 Gauss Kodiak. Okay, that explains a lot.
Oh yeah, Quad Gauss. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Yeah, so we've got Indigo starting to trade against that Annie as well. I think you mentioned that before. That Direwolf over there taking some hits. Let's see, how are we doing here, Hotshot? Oh, open CT. Hotshot's going to start playing a little carefully. Still a fair amount of structure in that Direwolf, but that's a lot. I think
Indigo
Yorkshire.
Indigo Man fell on the low ground. He's one-touch CT.
And Falcon there he goes.
There
just
we go.
Eaten. And we're looking at the Redbacks traders here are taking a lot of hits. We got a half an Annie and a Direwolf that's open CT. 2D20 out trading them a bit.
Slane and his linebackers kind of stuck behind this piece of cover, way out of range from his SRMs. He's starting to move in now to try to support, but
2D20 hitting that W key now, and we're going for it. Bakey and the Viper.
Bakey's going for the pick. Bakey gets the pick, but he's going to get picked himself.
Yep, that's a good tonnage trade, but I think we need our light pack here, maybe. But Buckmatic going down, lights. Getting picked as well.
2D20 does have a 4-cap lead. They need to save this. Team 2 needs to pick off the rest of these enemy mechs in the next minute, and then go for caps.
Yep, Testicops in the middle of everything.
Kind of cornered here on top of, I think this is Echo 4.
Yeah, here we have all these.
I don't think they're gonna get out.
Yeah, all these machine guns just flying everywhere. This is sort of the fight. We got some of the traders from the Redbacks still firing on. There it is, taking their toll on 2D20.
They managed to pick 2 and stay alive. Linebacker came to assist. Linebacker's really damaged. I don't know if they're gonna be able to survive this, but for a last stand, taking out so many mechs in that small area. The Viper's coming around with the Timberwolf. I think they're about to take out the Jenner.
Yep, there's our Jenner and the traders. Redback's traders still trying to trade and help their lights in this situation. But it looks like we're going to see the linebacker fall here. But will he take the Viper?
He does. He does. Takes the Viper before he goes down.
Oh, this is still a close match. It's trader v trader. How's the? All right, we gotta do the gamut here. Timberwolf really roughed up. CT opens left torso. Yuntao's one shot. Any shot can push through that. Hot shot over here on the point. Still open CT. I think he can take any of those mechs on his own and make it a good trade. And Yorkshire still in half an ante, but with 3 ER large. So plenty of damage to go around here. This is close. This is close. Now, Redbacks still need to get that cap flip. And it looks like our Annie is going to Kappa. 2D20, I think just waiting for someone to step on a point to find where they are because they're so hurt they don't want to expose.
Now, when they take these points, I'm a little worried about going for the caps. I don't know if, because it's 2 slow mechs. I mean, if they take these 2 caps that they're waddling towards, I mean, Kappa's going to flip. That'll give them a 3 cap, but 2D20 is less than has only about 100 points left till they win.
All right, Hotshot has found 2D20 though.
Ooh, can you pick one? That's the question.
Maybe it's Yuntao and Hotshot sort of escaping in the Timberwolf to go deal with that Annie.
Oh, Hotshot is super one touch.
Oh yeah, everyone is real kind of messed up here. Yuntao is also one touch right up in the CT. Is he open yet? Not yet, but there's like 1 point of armor. Yeah. Right, there's Kappa. I think they need one more.
I'll go the long way, Yorska. Go the short way. No. All
right, I'm gonna shoot over to see what you're seeing here. We've got the Annihilator.
Yorska's gonna go the long way all the way around. I think it would have been smarter to cut up center.
Yeah.
Because now well, we can see that the 2 blue team guys have moved center, and now he's out of the fight.
Yeah, and they've got the speed.
Even cap either.
Yep, this is going to end on caps here. 100% 2D20 with the faster mechs and capitalizing on that speed. There goes the Theta cap. Oh my god, this was so close. These 2 teams, I swear, it's so good.
This whole division is pretty good. They're all relatively about the same skill level. I think all the teams in division. Unless I'm mistaken and there's someone who doesn't belong in there. But as far as I can tell, they all look relatively evenly placed and evenly matched. So it's been a good division.
There's our cap win. That's our 2nd cap win in Conquest. Like, it has come down to caps both times. Both teams alive. Well played, both teams. Oh my god, those GGs in the chat. These guys are just so best. They're the best. All right. Yeah, I'll throw up some scores. We can chat about that for a minute while I...
Yorsh got 763 damage with that Annihilator 1P. Very good performance. Hot Shot in his Direwolf with 329 damage. I think that has to do with the fact that he spent the first half of the match unable to... fighting mechs well outside of his range. Wei Owens, 505 in that Jenner. Well done by him. Miss Lakes, just like all the machine gun mechs this season, 500 damage, doing super good. From 2D20 Sorter in the Timberwolf, 551 damage, and he actually was the highest performing damage numbers on that team for this drop. With Indigo Man, close behind at 494.
All right. I am switching sides. While I do that, I'm going to send us over to the map room. So let's talk about Terra Firma.
Oh, do I want to talk about Terra?
Yeah, you do. Don't kid yourself.
All right, let me get it swapped over. All right. So, I don't know if, because this division, no offense to the teams, they are a lower division comp team, so I don't know if we'll see anything happening in the volcano, unfortunately. Now, Volcano strats are new to me too, but so far they're fun to watch. Team one side, when you're dealing with the circle, getting a light to the circle fast isn't a problem if it's fast enough. But you only really have a few avenues to hold it from Team one side. I mean, you could send mechs. Straw and you could potentially send mechs this way for like a push, or to send traders to get this cross angle. Same thing with here, and potentially down in this region too. It's basically all you really got. Team 2, it's not much better. They start from spawn. Now we could see some light shenanigans, Charlie Lance, going this way, but most of the time we're going to see teams do something like this, and then hold this area down here for the most part, and then maybe and if they push, team 2 pushes, they're going to push this way, or they're going to push this way. Team 1 pushes, they're going to push up this way, or do a G8 push. I don't think they'll do it with Fox 8, but getting a light in the circle isn't hard. There's a lot of cover in places for like a little flea to hide from things from multiple angles. But taking the circle back becomes a little bit trickier, because not only do you have to get mechs into the circle where they could be potentially facing multiple angles of being shot, but you know, you still got to find that the enemy's light mech or whatever that's hiding in the circle. You still got to find him and get him out too. So how we see these two teams play, I'm not sure. My gut instinct is, we haven't seen it yet, so my gut instinct is we're not going to see any hard push strats here. We're going to see these guys try to trade it out and stuff. How they trade it out, I'm not sure. We've seen Redbacks try DACA trading, but at too extreme of a ranges, so their DACA isn't as effective as like a laser boat or a Gauss boat would be. And we see Yunto 2D20 capitalizing on that with their extreme range mechs to kind of bully them a little bit. But this is a lot closer range. I mean, you're talking only like 700 meters or so from H6 to like Fox 7, right? So all this will be in AC5, AC10 range. So how much blue lasers we see, I don't know. This is a super hot map. Could be interesting. What do you think?
I'd agree with that. I would love to see a brawl push though from one of these teams. I think it would be great fun. But we're seeing T1 green up here, and they are well. T1 is locked. There we go.
Freudian slip.
All right, Team 2. We'll start that timer over. And they're locked as well. Got these teams on the ball. Not much time to chat. So we will go ahead and there we go. Yes, Yuntao is locked as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and launch everyone's screen.
My brain hurts now.
It's fine.
These have been some pretty good matches. Secretly, I'm rooting for the Redbacks because 2D20 is first place. That makes them the underdogs. They lost the first 2 drops. First three. Yep. So they can still pull it around with these next 2, and then they could still, you know, they can still walk away with their head held high.
Yeah, it's been, honestly, these matches have been great fun. Like you said, they've gone in 2D20's favor. But man, some of them are nail biters. So much fun. Again, I'll check out this very pretty lava lake out in the back here with, oh, I never realized there was a planet behind there. With rings. That's kind of fun.
I will say the biggest difference I've seen between 2D20 and the Redbacks is 2D20's decks seem more consistent, where pilots and stuff, all their mechs synergize in range and stuff for the most part. The close range mechs are all super close range, the long range mechs are all super long range.
All right, we have a hold on the field. There's a disco on 2D20 side, which is probably why we're still waiting.
Yeah, if we have a disco, then I'll just keep talking the buy up time. So what Redbacks, their decks are a little all over the place. Now, you have to remember, you have to account for what pilots have. You know, MWO isn't a cheap game. It's free to play, but it's not cheap, and we all know it.
They've been giving away mechs like candy lately.
Yes, they have been lately, and that's good on PGI. But I mean, like their assault ranges aren't super synced up. They were on Force Colony, I will give them that. But where they did all their heavies and assaults synced in range, it's synced in builds. They just didn't get them forward early enough to actually fight that one out. With that said,
we're gonna need to get in the lobby. Let's see how that turns out.
Wait, what does that mean?
I don't know. I'm going to hold off on letting until we get that figured out on saying what the mechs actually have, just in the spirit of fairness. It's letting him in, they think.
Oh.
Which bodes well. That bodes well. Both these teams, excellent sports. Okay. Biggie thinks he's here. We'll figure it out as we go. All right. I am going to start there, starting in 14 seconds. Beautiful. All right. We have a 4 AC-10, 1 ERP Kodiak 3 over this side, a Centurion with AC-20 SRMs. Let's see, a Rifleman, 2 Gauss, and some small lasers. And a Fury with 2 large lasers and some machine guns. So a trady little light. We got that Spider 5D back here, a Blood Asp with a 20 and 2 10s, a Night Gear, and another Centurion. So a little brawly, a little trady from the Redbacks.
I will say I'm still not convinced by the Spider 5D. This is the 3rd time they've brought that one. We'll see how it works out from here. I'm looking at 2D20 side, Direwolf Prime, Kodiak 3, Firestarter 9E. That's the hero one. Ride 2CA, Mislinks G, Kataro 18, another Kataro, so that's probably SRMs. Viper F and Orion VA, which is the brawler, right?
Now, I'm going to check your work here because you telling me a Kintaro is SRMs. We all know what else you can run with this Kintaro. All right, it is in fact SRMs. Fair enough.
Yeah, Iworth just thinks everyone's a degenerate like me. And willing to put 7 or 6 or what is it, 5 Lurb 5s on it or whatever.
You know, I do have one that is built like that, so you know. It is an annoying build, but it is not quite competitive.
Team 1 almost fully counting down circle.
Wow, 18 seconds, that's wild. What is going? Oh yeah, these guys looking for a pick. Yep. 2D20 lights were looking for a pick, did not find it. Or they just went the wrong way. That could be too. But their light pack is holding here, and I think this is Fox 7. I wish I had there was actually a grid to this. Let's see. Are there any trades happening? Testaclops getting a shot in. Otherwise, everyone is untouched.
I think, yeah, it looks like for the most part right now, everyone's just kind of figuring out what the enemy team's doing before they make any commitment.
Well, speaking of commitment, here we go. Testaclops about to get jumped, I think. Oh, he's out of there.
All right, this 3-man life. Oh, Tessie Sapphire went a little too hard, but he got out unpunished.
Well, mostly unpunished. Let's see. Actually, I happen to have that one up. Yeah, it's still relatively okay. Little banged up on one of the torsos.
Oh, Viper went for a high fly.
Oh, here goes the push.
Some shots. Oh yeah.
They're gonna wait for Yuntao here, and then it's just gonna be clobbering time, I think. Hopefully 2D20 doesn't take too much damage here going into this. Shay's taking a whole lot.
The push is coming in, but it's not going to have its assaults.
Yeah, Tessa getting deleted there with the side torso. There we go. Kintaro, Shay's.
The onions right now.
Oh yeah, they're trying to strong arm the Redbacks out of the circle, and they are paying for it.
Oh, Yoto got a good angle on Hot Shot and has just really messed him up.
Yeah, let's take a look at that paper doll here. Oh, actually, that was just in the back. He still got most of his armor in the front. We're doing okay.
All right. Yorshka still is the furthest forward mech.
High roller
right now.
taking some hits.
Oh yeah, I think he just got halved.
Yeah, and his other torso is one touch. He's down to an AC 20. Yeah, go ahead.
We're seeing 2D20 peak one at a time, and it's not working out for them.
That's exactly what I was about to say. So we are looking at the same thing. We got Wayo and
yeah, goes down. Guitar team rushing. High roller goes down. The guitar is going to be the next one to drop. I take that back. Yorshka was the next one to drop.
Yeah, Shays is looking tight. If they can pick Shays off, we got Way Owen and Testaclops coming in to pick off Yuntao here.
Down. They need to drop that Orion quick before he finishes off the Centurion.
Oh well,
because they still got that
that.
Mislinks in their back too.
Yep. So here comes Testaclops on Yuntao. Oh yeah, there's that Mislink Slain hanging out here with the Night Gear. I think that Indigo Man is about to drop. Actually, looking at 50%. How messed up are you, Indigo? Yeah, that leg's about to go. Oh, what a brawl!
The Redbacks, I'm like, the Redbacks still have 4 super healthy mechs. They just need to group up, focus fire, and then pick off these last few guys.
Yeah.
And it's GG's.
Yeah, 2D20 took a while to get to the circle. They had all the pressure to push now, and Redbacks knew that. They just kept a mech in the circle and received this push. Now, Yuntao and that Direwolf, how much armor we got? Still kind of fresh, but open torso, ready to be halved.
He's going to be focus fired by multiple mechs.
Oh yeah, those machine guns are gonna rip the.
Oh, Centurion, don't give your back to machine guns.
Oh, don't do
They're
it.
gonna cut out all your guns.
Oh, hot shot in the blood asp. They're trying to get Yuntao, but they're just tearing them apart. Or I guess that's terror.
The riflemen in Night Gear were holding way too far back. They need to be in this fight a minute ago.
Oh yeah, they are so fresh. There's no reason for them to be hanging back while their lights try to get this pick, which they're gonna pay for. Yeah. Self-destruct by Indigo, which leaves Hotshot and Yuntao so close. Hotshot's a stick. Hotshot is just tanking right now.
Oh, stop giving your back to the light mechs.
I mean, give anything you got. He's got no weapons. He's just structure at this point.
No, I was talking about the Night Gear giving his back to the Viper shooting him.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Does Yuntao have any weapons? What is going on here? Okay.
I think he has 3 LB2s.
Yep, 3 LB2s left.
I don't know if he has ammo because he's not shooting.
That's true. Here, I'm gonna get rid of the names here so that we can kind of see what's going on.
Oh, Falcon overrides Bud.
Yep. Overrides important. Does anybody have ammo?
Oh no!
I think we're all out of ammo except for this halved Viper. All right, let's put the names back on. This is an ending. Terror.
What is happening right now?
Nobody has ammo. It's small lasers versus Terror, I think. Let's see. Slain, I think, has some small lasers here. No, Slain is probably out of ammo. And Hotshot is out of ammo. Terror has stopped shooting. I think Terror might be out of ammo.
I think everyone kept giving their backs to those machine gun mechs on Yuntao's or 2D20 side and got their ammo critted out. That's what I think happened.
I think this is going to be 2D20 on the basis of Terror actually having the only one on the field with weapons. Come on, guys, kick Yuntao. He's ready to go. All right. We all did not bring enough ammo. There's Yuntao. Yep, Slain going for the DFA. Oh, no.
What was Slain running? I thought he was Goss Peeps. No, he's Ultra 10s and 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't run very much ammo on that to begin with.
Oh, they slugged it out, but it's coming down to a Viper with 3 small pulse lasers. Oh no, this is the way to go.
I thought they had it in the bag.
They did. And then all their ammo went with the bag.
Oh. All right. Not to be rude, Redbacks, you threw that. You know you threw that.
You pulled a DPS and
yeah, just accept it. But that's exactly what happened here.
Oh my god.
GG Spoke Thieves. Taylor with 1,053 damage in a Viper.
Yeah, there we go. Hang on, let me swap over the scoreboard here. Hopefully it's gonna pick up this match.
Young Toad
looks
is
like it
Direful
did
6-6.
not. Hang on.
Oh.
Come on, refresh.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah, there.
All right, Yanto 667 or 677, sorry. But Taylor 7 kills, 1,053 damage. But I would like to point out he farmed and killed a bunch of mechs without weapons, so it doesn't count.
I mean, what else is Terror gonna do? Oh my goodness.
Yorshka with the Kodiak did a lot of damage. He was that first one holding the front line, receiving that push to start with. He just needed more support once that push came around, because when 2D20 was first kept poking that corner one at a time, Redbacks, they were just getting free trades in, free shots, free damage. And it was looking like this was about to be handedly their match. When the push happened, they backed off a bit, which isn't a terrible idea. But I think they backed off too far, and then their range mechs didn't rejoin the fight early enough. When the counter push happened, they should have been in the counter push. Since they weren't in the counter push, 2D20 used the ability where they only had 3 mechs left. It gets the 3 mechs that first pushed in to finish all of them off, and then deal with the 2 range traders that came in late.
Yeah. All right. So we're on Frozen City now. Map strat is up. I'm wondering if those mechs that held back, I wonder if they were out of ammo.
I hope they weren't out of ammo that early.
I'm wondering if that's why they didn't join. But in any case, we're on to Frozen. Let's talk about what you expect here. Level.
Well, this one should be interesting. Now, we just saw the push on the last one. It was a little weird, but it was still a push, so a push could happen here. 2D20 does have the side that if you're going to push, this is the side to really do it on. It'll depend where they stack. If they stack Charlie, there's a very high chance they're sending mechs this way. Especially if they stack Charlie Bravo. If they stack Charlie Bravo hard, it's 100% push this way. That's the way you can see if someone's telegraphing that they're... Otherwise, I kind of expect their team to go for their caps, of course, send something towards Theta, and then probably have some traders trading along this line. So like somewhere with the Fox 5 Golf 5 area, and then Team 1 side, I'm almost certainly expect a mech here in Delta 5, and then a couple traders between Delta 6 to Echo 7, really. Not really as far forward as Fox 7, like I drew on the map, but the general purpose is I expect Team 1 to they're going to go for Gamma, send someone for Gamma FCs, and they're going to try to take Theta early and then hold. This is a strong side to hold, especially if you get a nice concave firing line. The only thing you have to worry about from Team 1 is, I think, is either a team that can just out-trade you clearly, or getting pinched. Now, a pinch would be if they sent, like, traders, like 1 or 2 traders this way with, in a position where they can still be supported by the traders over here, just to start denying this side cover. Because when you're trading with guys over here, there's nothing worse than your side torso that you're trying to babysit because you lost a trade across the valley, and then you just lose the torso in a blink of an eye from a PPC, Pop Tartar, and Fox 7. You don't want that kind of stuff to happen. You want to keep all the enemy in front of you and not let them get that flank on you. So how they deal with a potential flank, I don't know. But like I said, depending on how 2D20 stacks their mechs will kind of depend if they're going to be pushy or if they're going to try to trade.
Wonderful. Team 1 is already locked. So this is the Team 2 counter here. Just started.
All right.
These teams are quick. And actually, they're all green. We're probably just going to launch immediately.
Yeah, we're on the last drop, and this has not even been an hour.
Yep, there it is. Frozen City Conquest. Let's go. Last match, 2D20 versus
my chair doesn't want to move.
The Redbacks. However, get updated.
Looking at the chat, OMFG, what is this? I have absolutely agree. I don't know what happened. that was a mess.
Kagaru, this was not the results I was expecting, right? It all turned around so quickly, but here we are on Frozen City. So let's go. Ooh, I got us onto the match screen here. Not bad.
Wait, do Team 1's dropships come from the Team 2 side of the
They
map?
do. It fakes me out every time. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I had to double check the mini map that I was like, I had the right like headings and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's wild. All right, let's see what we got here on the Redbacks. We're looking at a Mistlynx, an Arctic Cheetah, and a Nova Cat. We'll take a look at those in a second. We got ourselves a Vigo 1, a Blood Asp, and a Direwolf. What is that Blood Asp? Probably, a Gauss Rifle and 4 ER Large. All right, learned their ammo lesson. And a Virago and another Vigo. Hang on, I gotta take a look at this Nova Cat. We are, yeah,
It's a push.
6 learn 15.
2D20 is pushing the 7 line with all but 2 mechs.
Oh boy.
Right now, with Brawl mechs.
Oh boy. Redback's bringing those lerms.
I don't think they've even seen it yet. Oh, there we go. Someone shot at something over there.
Yeah. We got Wayo and trying to sneak over here to FC. Might be doing some scout while we're there.
Oh, Redbacks need a cross. They cannot hold this left side from a left side push with their range mechs against Brawl mechs. They need to cross over and take the other side of the map right now. Yeah,
they haven't seen it. Here's that scouting. If they'd seen it, they could start moving. I don't think Testaclops and Way saw it.
No, Hotshot sees it. He's shooting at them. He's shooting at the Executioners.
Okay, yep, there they go. They're starting to pull back. That's good.
Run! Run, you fools! As Gandalf would say.
It's fly, you fools. Get it right. All right, we've got Terror in the Incubus. Scouting it out.
I can't get my pulp culture references right. Jesus.
Listen, you can't slip anything by this nerd. All right, yeah, here they go. Oh, they're gathering around Delta 5. No, this is not the spot for a stand, guys. Keep moving, keep moving.
No, you can't stand here. No, you got to get to the other side of the map and form a firing line.
We've got a bit of a firing line. Things are getting spaced out on the 2D20 side. We've got their lights pushing forward, their mediums, then their heavies and their assaults taking up the rear. This push is starting to string out. Keep it going, Redbacks. You can string this out. Nope, but they've stalled, and we're coming to a head here. Let's see here. Let's get everything in view. Much as I can here. We don't need that mini map right now.
Yeah, Redbacks are about to get pushed from every direction right now.
And they are on the low ground, which means some of their lower mounts are going to be out of commission.
Yep. Yeah.
But Plato here taking a lot of hits at what, 66% now? CT one touch, there it is.
Plato crossed the open ground in a bad spot. As you saw the light mechs from 2D20, they kind of went around the side to use the environment more as better cover.
All right.
But yeah, there's no way they're going to receive this.
Way Owen out in the Arctic Cheetah out of this fight. So it is, well, it is 5v or 6v7 right now. With Way Owen off doing cap things. I don't think this fight is going to last long enough.
The Articulate Grant just got legged and died.
Yeah. Canadian Cyrus should be on the Redbacks team here, or hit list, open CT. But
he's going down. Molaki just went down.
Yep, Hotshot is probably next on 2D's list here.
Typed in E, so he hit the all chat button.
Yeah,
Have you ever panicked and hit the all chat button? It happens to me all the time.
All the time, even when I'm not panicking.
Tactic's fight for his life. He's just not going to make it.
Yep, Bakey's going to try to hold off. They're just trying to buy Way Owen some time here to get caps, but it's not going to be enough. Wayan should have been in this fight, and that was a call.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. If you know push is coming and you have a substantial cap lead, then you can kind of, work it out in your head. If your team can kill most of them except for 1 or 2, can you still hold a cap lead and cap it out at the end? If the answer is maybe or no, then you just get everyone in the fight. There's very few little situations where you're going to have the ability to cap it out against the push brawl team, and this is definitely one where you didn't have that chance.
That being said, those of you, there it is. Those of you in the in the audience, you heard the bida-boop happen on my computer. I forgot to pause the Team 2 timer, so that's how quick that fight went down. 5 minutes. That was the 5-minute counter for Team 2 that just ran out before, or that fight finished before that timer. In any case, let's take a look at that damage. Run us down.
Damage numbers tell the whole story. This one didn't go well for the right backs, unfortunately. You got 2d20, big damage numbers. The executioners both double D'd, but that one kind of ran out in the open, so he kind of got hammered by. He was the only one that was really focus fire, because by the time he died, the rest of the enemy team was pouncing on Redback, so they didn't have a chance to really receive that push. The moment they started seeing those mechs cross to Fox 7, like the whole enemy team, they needed to cross to the opposite side, put as much distance and open ground between their firing line and the enemy. They kind of panicked and stalled there, and Delta 5 balled up and they had every disadvantage they could possibly have. They had the low ground. The enemy had the high ground. The enemy was already on top of them, faster, higher DPS weapons. So it didn't go very well in that pocket. They chose to fight it. With that said, mad respect to them. They came in. They showed a good showing. They went out swinging.
Yeah, and it was so good. So close matches. Both teams should be proud of what they did.
2d20 proving that they should be Div C next season.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah. Hey, who knows? That's how it works. Everybody steps up, right? You win a division, chances are there's a chance you can get elevated, and that's how new teams grow. It's that growth story, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, checking with both folks here if they would like to.
Yeah, if they would do interviews, I got a little bit of time for interviews.
Yeah.
I thought this match was going to take another hour longer.
Right?
I planned my whole day about not doing anything else until 9 p.m. and it's 8, and this is already done. My girlfriend's going to be happy.
Hey, there you go. And I know she's been starving for attention lately, what with all the practices that we've been putting in.
That's an understatement. What was it? I think everyone signed up for 2 practices and a match every week from beginning of the season to the end. That's what you commit to. But these last 2 weeks, we've been almost having to do stuff 4 days a week.
5 days a week. Yeah, it's been pretty much 5 days a week for us. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Double checking. I don't have. Yep, here's Yuntao. Excellent. Howdy, Yuntao.
Hey. How you guys doing?
Oh, man. We're doing real good after your matches. Those were a blast. I think notably the Terra Therma. We'll wait until Wei Owen gets in here if Wei Owen wants, but that was amazing.
Because that was, you could put Benny Hill music on for how that match went.
Oh, you know what? I have Benny Hill music on my soundboard. I should have.
Oh, you should have. It was
great. It was amazing.
that was wild. You guys stacked up for a push. And that fell apart, and then you guys just fucking went for it, and you guys were losing, and then you managed to push the enemy team out of that pass, and then the enemy it looked like it was game over for you. And the enemy team they didn't regroup when they did their counter push, and then you guys just nailed them to a cross. It was brutal. And
can you imagine the comms on our end as we were trying to organize that? Oh man, it was a mess. But we managed to pull it off. I can't believe I pinned a Jenner with a direwolf against a wall. I never thought that was even possible.
Oh, it is such a great strat. It's like when I'm running in my little fleet, I love to sit behind assaults as they're backing away from my team and they can't move.
I have to find out from the other team about the night gear, the UAC 20, UAC 10 night gear. I have to know, did he run out of ammo before or after the Viper got free back shots into him when he decided to face hug you too in your dire well in the corner?
Hey, he didn't shoot at me at all, so I don't think he had any ammo. I think it was just the rifleman at the end.
Yeah,
rifleman was lasers, right?
Lasers, so yeah, would have ammo.
Yeah. Speaking of that match, I want to talk about the beginning of it. They counted down to 18 seconds before you even got there. What What was happening there? What took you guys so long to get to the circle, or were you just trying to stick together?
Oh, so there was a. So we were aware that there has been. Well, okay, let's just be real. We 5-0'd the first 2 weeks, right? So we were trying to think of different things that would surprise people, because if they're being nerds just like we are, we're watching all the old videos. We're checking out some of the stuff they've done in the past, just to kind of get an idea of, okay, what mechs are we going to be playing against, or what pilots do people usually lean to? Because if you see a certain pilot going to a certain lance, you have a better idea what they might be doing. You know, stuff like that. Yeah. Now, with all that said, all that we've put a lot more planning in this one in particular, a little miscommunication is going to happen from time to time. And it happened on that match where I wanted the Wolfpack to go straight to the domination zone. They decided to go the other way around, which ended up clearing the 7 line for us, so we ended up getting intel that we would not have had. It's just going to put him in also in a very dangerous position. So that, coupled with, you know, just, I don't know, slowness of some of our mechs, because you might have noticed we brought a lot more armor, ideally, with that push. And then there was a lot of moments, like we called the full send for that one, but it didn't seem like it was going well, because they had a really nice conclave down that little tunnel pitch. So I called for them to come back, and we basically were just waiting for somebody to get in position. I said, Kodiak, when you're ready, make the call that you're pushing. The push happened, the focus fire was great, and we started falling apart. I ended up running out of ammo, which was very unfortunate, because I think that probably would have made it at least a little more even-sided, but my Viper pilot was not mad about making 1,000 damage by the end of that game.
And 7 kills.
And 7 kills. I stole the ace. I'm such a bad person.
And to be fair, you were not alone in running out of ammo. That was so wild.
Yeah, that seemed to be the match for it.
Everyone ran out of ammo. Well, everyone but the Viper did. The lucky that the Viper had backup lasers. I'm pretty sure the Viper ran out of ammo too.
Yeah, the Viper did run out of ammo.
You know what's the funnier part? We actually were debating that build prior to the matches tonight, where we were going to do the 12 heavy machine guns and the 1 micro laser or something similar to that. And Homeboy was like, no. I think the 3 lasers are going to be okay. And we're like, all right, You know what? Go ahead.
I do like the DPS of that build personally.
It saved it for you.
It saved the match,
we at DPS, we had a huge argument just the other day about which version of the Viper was best to run. The 10 heavy machine guns, the 8 machine guns, or heavy machine guns.
The 12 machine guns.
Yeah, the 12 machine gun. And everyone had their own opinion, and it was a log, like a half hour to an hour long debate amongst the unit. Until we settled on, well, I think half of us settled on just the 10 heavy machine guns and be done with it, and the other half settled on just run the Viper F with the set of 8 heavy machine guns, 3 lasers, because you're going to run out of ammo eventually. You're going to need to be able to still fight after that.
Yeah, and we see that right now. Or we saw that, a little while ago. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, next time someone says just all machine guns, no backup lasers, or no additional lasers, I'm just going to clip this match. I'll be like, all right, you explain to me how this would have happened with how this could have went better with 10 machine guns.
I mean, can you imagine if it could have gone the same, but just would have had 1 micro laser, and that match would have gone infinitely longer.
That would have been amazing.
We'd still on that map. We'd still be there. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, I accidentally left the timer on for your Frozen City match, and the 5-minute timer ran out after that whole brawl.
Yeah,
that happened so fast. Yeah, I was like, I heard a beat a doop, and I'm like, oh, that's the timer going off, and there's 1 mech left.
So, real quick, what do we want to do? Are we waiting for Way-Owens, or what's the plan, y'all?
I'm not seeing Way-Owens. We'll probably wrap here shortly.
Yeah, he didn't show up, so this is just a 1-man interview now.
Woo! So much, focus on me. I'm gonna blush.
Well, we can't see you, but we can see Level's giant forehead bruise from sleeping on his fist. So there's that.
Yeah, dude, look. It's even the shape of one.
I say, did you just headbutt the table? Would something crazy happen in the match that I missed?
I rolled over in my sleep. I woke up at 5 in the morning, got a drink of water, laid back down, was feeling uncomfortable laying on my side, and it was hot. Anyways, we still have our AC hooked up. So I just rolled over on my belly, let my back and stuff get some of that fan air, because I hooked the fan up, and I just fell asleep with my hand like this, right? And the next thing I know, I wake up in the morning and my face hurts. I go look in the mirror, and it's just my whole forehead, just a red fist mark, right? And it looks like it's slightly bruising, too.
Oh, it 100% is. That'll look good tomorrow. All right. Well, why don't we wrap it here, unless you've got Any other questions here, Level? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't really have any like for me personally. I just want to do a shout out for Black Widow Company. Thank you, Black Widow Company, Way Owens, Slane, Testiclops, all of y'all. Bakey, Malachi, before I forget the viewers who actually come by my stream, they would yell at me. Honestly, you guys are great. We played against you a lot during the championship. That's actually how our pseudo gamer friendship formed, was because we kept fighting each other in that one, and it's kind of persisted over time. I know this one was kind of a tough one, but Black Widow Company, I would never count you out in any day, and I'm not looking forward to running into you in quick play because I'm gonna get focused quick as hell. So, but other than that, I just want to say thank you to you both for casting these matches, because 2D20 was a little disappointed they weren't getting noticed for all the work we've been putting in. So I appreciate y'all coming out and noticing us.
Oh heck yeah! It was a great fight. It was great to see you, and honestly, it was an absolute pleasure. And I've said this already like 3 times in this cast. Your sportsmanship and the banter, the friendly banter, like, and even in the ticket in opening this, it's a delight. It is the best part of the community. Your interactions here with the Redbacks now. So
my son decided to invade. I'm gonna have to.
Hey, Stitch is a great character though, so good choice.
All right, folks, we'll wrap this one here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute myself now.
All right, catch you later, Level. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll this intro vid, folks. So I'm not sure if one of the mods is gonna run a raid. Mods, feel free to interrupt the video at any time. It's just the pad. So catch you everybody later. This is the last match of the week, so stay tuned next week for some more comp action. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.
Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And then anybody's running short is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come out.
I have you in the Griffin.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill the out, man, it's fine, it's just a 5-star.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't die.
Guys,
15 seconds, don't die.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go to Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left is there. Acceleration. So, jetzt guys, hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire our strikes up. Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie. They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side. When you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin. Woo! Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie, Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Lights in die Breite, CNC dann in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Kurze Aufschaltung, Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out.
Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot.
Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Deco. Tez on.
Go. Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin. We'll get cross it then, get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just push up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta.
Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this.
Full pressure, guys, full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the fucking arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Go. I got him.
Go, B3, go. Echo, go.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill.
I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.